things. I've got, hope that that's not what I had to do. Okay, welcome guys. I don't know if I've been streaming before now or not. I've been trying to. I may have screwed up. I think I have screwed up, sorry. I'm a bit late into this one, so my apologies. I've been streaming away without pushing the go button for the last 20 minutes. So I'm going to start again. Can someone just confirm that, like if you don't mind, just in chat, that we are actually up and running? Hi Mike, how you going? Have I only just started streaming like literally this minute? Please don't tell me that that's the case. I'll start again if that's the case. I think I must have. Yeah, I've been streaming away, like chatting away for the last 20 minutes, but no one's been chatting at all. So yeah, so hi Boyd. Yes, we've been waiting. Oh, sorry guys, my God, sorry. Okay, I've been streaming, but I didn't click the go button. So here we go. Oh my God, my apologies. I'm going to start again. I'm just going to go back to the main menu, and I will start completely from the start. So yes, welcome. I'm just going to go back into this, and I'll just go and open up the Steam page. And I'll just go back to the Steam page for GalCiv, and I'll just go to the store page for now and stop that one from pausing. I'll just pause that one through there. Right, okay, so yeah, my apologies. As I say, I started streaming thinking it was just automatically going to start, which is what it normally does, but there was a button that said start now, and I only just noticed it. And so my apologies for that. What we're going to be doing, so welcome to the stream. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing GalCiv 4, of course, and I did actually do a video a few days ago just to go through the setup with the changes that have come through in the most recent version of GalCiv. I'm just going to show you how to get that yourself if you do want to grab that one. So all you do is you just go to your library, just go to where Galactic Civilizations actually is, just right click on it, just go to Properties, go to Betas, and then just make sure that you've got the insiders build. And once you've got the insiders build, when you go into the actual game itself, it will then be version 2.4. I'll just quickly go through what the changes are in the in version 2.4 as well, just while we're here as well. Hi Cecil, how are you going? And again, my apologies, guys. I've been streaming away for 20 minutes and no one's been chatting, and I've been thinking, oh, that's weird. Some people didn't usually talk to me by now. So original intent saying I spent more time creating custom civs than I do playing. It's very fast now. Like we can do it extremely quickly with sort of like randomized input, and so it's really quite cool the way that one does actually work. Now what we have in through here, this is version 2.5 is called the Populi change, the Populi update. So the about populations is really what it's been focused on. And it's sort of funny because it's probably got the least amount of actual major things put into it, but the most impact of those major things, if that makes any sort of sense. And so if we just go through the important changes, these are really what everything is about. So new custom citizen races for Alien GPT. This is massive. So it's not all the way there yet, I should point out. It's sort of like maybe sort of like 50% or 70% of where it sort of needs to end up. But it's a massive leap forward from where it was. And so the Create Civilization screen has gotten a major uplift, more space for your description in Alien GPT. We'll pick your citizens, your personality, citizen descriptions, and more. So it now, and you can put some really random stuff in there. Let me know if you want me to just generate one so you can see what it's like, because you can put any text in there and generate something that makes sense, and it will actually then to go back and tweak all sorts of different aspects about the settings as well for that faction, and also generate its own citizens as well for the actual group. It doesn't generate the graphics, but it does do other things. Hi Silvercall, how are you going? This is a big change, a massive change. Citizen transports now as well. You can very easily now transfer your citizens between your planets, and this is actually great because if you've got a specialization, that may be one thing where like for example, if you've got a research world and you've got some really good scientists somewhere else, it's now very easy to just move them across to the other planet. It'll then spawn a little transport and transport them across. So it still has to move through space. You've got to protect them on the way, things like that. So it's fairly immersive, the way that actually does work, but it's very simple to do that now. Also, you may find that you've got troublemakers on worlds and you want to get them off-world somewhere else to some backwater where it just doesn't really matter that much. And so you can handle all these different sorts of things. And so... So that sort of would work out fairly well. User interface upgrades. There's been a lot of changes now because of these changes as well. Improved localization, especially for Asian and Korean sort of languages, and balance improvements and bug fixes. So there is a lot of changes, but these are the major changes. So I won't spend too much time with that one through there. I'll just go and close that one off and get back to the actual game. So I'll just go through what we generated previously and we'll just start a new game. So I'll just go back in. I generated 5 different factions. In fact, if I just go back into the generation process, essentially the things that you should set up before you start is like your biology. That doesn't change. So establish that one before you build one of these. So whatever it might happen to be. So if you want sort of like a rock-based or ammonia-based, whatever it might actually be, carbon-based is probably the most common. So you can just use the carbon-based. By the way, it's not, I was warned by Stardock, it's not 100%. So they're not exactly sure where certain things will or won't fail properly yet. So this is, as I said before, a beta build. And so it has been put out there for testing and it's only just come out. The other things that you can actually then put is your cultural focused, so egalitarianism, but the personality will change based on what you sort of go and write. So if we go and for example, get a, well, actually let's just leave it on egalitarianism and just leave it at that, carbon-based egalitarianism. And you don't need much in here at all. Like I used to actually put in like the direction that I wanted to go and head, but you don't have to do that. Now on the secondary pages, this has now all been changed. So you've now got citizens back down through here. The abilities, which is where the citizens used to be, has sort of been changed. This will need to be changed when you sort of get what you like. But these here, all of this across the top here will, and you may want to change this as well, back in through this other side. But let's have a quick look and see what happens. Like if we just go and put some random content in there. Okay, so what should we do? We'll go at grey eminence. So that'll, like, doesn't need much with flowers. I mean, no idea what this is going to generate for us. So we just click on generate. It will then generate, see, it's got the floral dominance coalition. It's now changed, it actually did change the cultural focus to collectivism. It's then built all this sort of stuff, so blooming supremacy and shadow. So it actually knows that a grey eminence is talking about a like a bit of subterfuge type thing. So it's emerged as a formidable force. Their influence spreading like the delicate tendrils. So it's actually done this one, and I'll just go and sit. I might as well go and add this one into the mix as well while we're playing this. Search for matching leader images. So it is going floral. That one there is probably the closest, so let's just go and grab that one. You can actually go and try to find more images like this, but I find that it doesn't do a good job of that. So I just click on done. I think that this is an aspect that does need a lot more work. Let's go and click on done. Let's just go and change the logo as well. So it's very simple and easy now to build these sorts of things. Oops, hang on. Okay, this is right. Just trying to find some sort of florally type thing that'll do us. Done. So that's that's where we are. So it's now what it's also then done. This is the Floridian is the actual name of the citizen. It has used a plant-based form as well, and so there's actually been a lot more citizens types that have been put in there. These are not randomly generated, the actual citizen graphics or the citizen approach, but the description of the citizens has. So I'm hoping eventually this gets some more love and attention to sort of go in through there. Hi Dave, here, said Dave was saying, I've been sitting here waiting. I know I screwed up. I actually was streaming away for 20 minutes without realising that I had to press the go button. And so my apologies for that. I've now got a sore throat. King Cooper is saying Floridian man, yes, there he is. But this is pretty cool, isn't it? And so it's actually sets all of this stuff up. It changed our cultural focus. It kept the biology that we actually had, and that was what we started off with. It then changed its personality to diplomatic and cultural, are the two that it went with collectivism being what it actually sort of then, its overall cultural focus back and through there. When we go back across into these, we would then need to go and sort of chop and change these a little bit. It's got likable, productive, might as well keep that, I might as well just keep these where they are, to be honest. That's all actually all pretty good. Map theme light green, I don't know if it changed that, I didn't have a close look at that one before. The interface theme, we'll just keep that on Drath. The command ships, we can go, it doesn't change these, you do have to sort of set these ones up. What should we do here? I might just go, I'll just keep the, yeah, these are commander ships in through this other side. I'll keep it there, that'll be okay. A Rathia Prime on a terrestrial planet, that'll be okay. This one here, I don't know if it certainly changed the homeworld name. I don't know if it changed the star system that it was there, but that'll be okay. I'll just leave it there with a terrestrial planet. And then the fleets themselves, you can sort of just go back through the actual ships, the ship designs. So this is a Iconian ship. There is a floral ship anyway, Baratak ship style. Is that floral? Baratak? I thought Baratak was more floral in its approach. Have a look at the constructor. That'll do. That'll be okay. And I'll just leave all this where it actually is. So you've sort of got the colours, all the different loadouts for the ships. I love what they've done with this. It was always good even in previous versions, but it's just getting better and better. So if we just save that civilization. That then gives us another civilization, a carbon-based, plant-based civilization that was just generated really, really quickly. And so I'll just save all of that data there. But it's cool the way it now personalizes the civilians as well. I might throw that into the mix. So when we actually go and play our game, we'll go back and play the one that we had generated previously. So I'll just go into a new game. So we'll play as these guys, which are totalitarianism, carbon-based crime lord traders. Just go next. I'll keep the galaxy size on small, binary, occasional, common, occasional, and occasional, just with the setups in through this other side. We're going to have slow research. Just go next. And I'm going to go and add in that one that we just generated, so that would be down the bottom here somewhere. There it is. Okay, so that's going to be that'll be all of the AIs that we then come up against. So these are all set to bright, which is just slightly above yes, sorry. So that one, this is just slightly above normal in terms of the difficulty. So we'll start our game. If you've got any questions about the game, if you do write DasTactic, it will then sort of show up and highlight a little bit. It won't beep at me, unfortunately. God, this cutscene is so good. And if there's any aspects about the game that you want me to cover, just sort of sing out as well. By the way, I've changed my audio settings a little bit with OBS over the last day, just to put audio ducking in. So if you find it annoying the way the background will sort of drop down while I talk, if that's frustrating, let me know, please, because I haven't tested it properly. So it should sort of come back up again when I stop talking, and then drop down again when I'm actually talking. I'm hoping that it's not overly in the way of everything. So we're at Scurvian Prime. There we go. So we'll sort of set ourselves up. Now, if you're unsure about the start that you've got, there is actually a cheat you can do to just double check and see if it's actually worth playing. I quite like the look of this one already, because I've got some stars within my range. So I'm thinking I don't really want to change this one. This one does look pretty good for me. So I'm going to be trying to blast out and grab a few of these systems in the middle here and hope that there's some good ones through there. Hi, Kat. How you going? So we'll head off this way. We've got the, what have we got through here? We've got ourselves a freighter. So we'll be looking for one of the, like there should be 2 other factions inside our start area through here. We've got a probe as well. Underneath that one, we've got our discovery ship, the flagship. We've got a colony ship, and then we've got a constructor back in through there. On the planet itself, we'll have a quick look and see if the planet's viable. We've got one area there where we can get an extra population, another one up through there, another one in through there. So we've got actually another one there as well. Ideally, you want them in the middle, because what you want to do, the very, very first thing you want to be doing is putting down your capital city, because this doesn't cost any action points at all. It's just where you're starting. Now, if we have a look at this, one in through here, this is Monsantium deposit. So these nutrient-rich mineral deposits give a tremendous boost to the yields of farms when used as a fertilizer. So we get +2 level to food, is the adjacency levels. And we get +1 level of population as well. So if I go and place this over here, I get a +2. So my population at the moment is 5 of 3. We only have a population cap of 3 at the moment. This one here, if we have a look at it, it gives me a population of +6. So it will go from 3 to 9, plus another, and then the bonus per level, it'll be 2 levels. So we get an extra population caps in through there as well. Just highlight where these are showing up. So population, this is the important ones. We get +6, and then per level, and we're getting a +2 level in through here, gives me another +2. So we go from 9 to 11, and this is actually fairly important. We want to maximize that. So I'm going to go that way. Now, one thing we'll notice before we get started is it says Captain Vexthorn is saying the citizens of this world seem happy. There are always some complaints, but I wouldn't worry about it. Now, this will chop and change a little bit as things change in the game. I would have thought, based on the fact that we're actually losing citizens because of the population cap, that would have been something that would have been a problem. But everyone is actually quite happy in through here, even though some of them are going to be dying very, very soon, potentially. Let's just go and bring our capital city. I think that's our best spot there. It does give adjacency bonuses, unfortunately, or I say unfortunately because we don't get to use them if we do go here. I could go into, what else have we got in through there? This one here is a... this is an echoing heartstone, so upgrade this artifact to unlock charges that will boost influence on the selected world. That's actually good. And then this one through here is just general +1 to population. So if I go there or there or there, I get 10 population. If I go there, I get 11. I'm going to take the extra population. So we'll just go that way. So we now have 5 of 11. So that's now, we've now got space for them. We do actually have reasonable farming, so the farming input is 10, but we are going to need to do more of that over time, but that won't really be a big problem. The next thing we want to be doing really is we've got a build queue of Colonial Leadership Council. This is a project, and it's going to take 1 turn to get this, but what it actually does do, before I go back and build anything more on the actual planet itself, one of the things we do have to do is if we go down and have a look at everything, if we try to go to leaders, this one requires the Colonial Leadership Council project to have been constructed. So before we can have a look at leaders, and these can be really impactful to get these as early as possible, we want to, even though it's building it, we can go and rush this build. So I can just go and actually rush Colonial Leadership Council. Only costs 23 credits, so we'll go and do that one. So we just go and grab that one straight away. I'll come back in and build other things in just a minute. But that now has opened up the leaders. So we'll go and see what we actually generated. This is all sort of randomly done. And so these are these are not just the standard humans that we sort of see from the previous citizen group. This is a new citizen group that has actually been sort of set up for us, and these guys are part of the group that we actually have. These are sort of like the pirate group, the scurvy, whatever they were, humanoids that we actually had. And so what we're looking through here is we're looking for happiness. So 54 is okay. Even 44 is actually not too bad. 55 is okay. It's not fantastic. And we're looking to see what we've actually got. Now, we do actually have good social here of 9. We've got a good social there of 8 as well. This one's got great intelligence of 10. There's a 9 intelligence there as well. And we need to get a high diligence. And none of them have got high diligence. And that's a problem. We can always chop and change things. I'm thinking we bring her in to get the +8 at this stage, just to have it sitting there waiting, because this is going to be rare to get anything this good. Now, her social skills are high because she's kind. She gets +5 social and can't quell protests as a governor. But we're not going to use her as a governor. We're going to use her later on. Environmental, so -10% pollution when assigned as a governor. What have the other ones got? This one here is supportive. As a diplomat, boosts the manufacturing of the civilization they're assigned to by 5%. Or as a libertarian, increases individualism, ideology awareness. And then back over through here, we've got a genius. Completes current technological research when recruited. Hang on. That's actually something that is... He doesn't have great intelligence, but he is a genius. And so this one here is very expensive because we are basically buying something that we're researching, but we don't exactly know what that actually is. So Kat's saying, do you have any race in this game that is like a Alf? No. No, not at all, really. All right, so we've got this is saying, do you not have to worry about cat eaters? There we go. Anyway, we'll keep on going with this one through here. So we've got the so that's actually something we could bring in. They've all got very, very good resolve. These are powerful commanders. We're not going to be ready for that just yet, but we'll just thinking in terms of the ministers that we actually have. What we want to start off with, we want to start off with a Minister of Exploration and a Minister of Technology. And so the exploration uses the resolve factor, the diligence factor. You can see there, increases our moves and range based on the diligence of the assigned minister. So we get a +1 to our moves by having a minister in there, but just with 3 and 4s, it's very, very low. Minister of Technology is boosted by this slot in through here. In fact, this one here has got good social skills as well. It's just that it's so rare to get it, and this one's also kind. So ultimately, the Minister of Colonization will also be needed to be placed in there. So he increases the approval on all core worlds, except our home world, based on the social skills of the assigned minister. So we don't need anyone in there just yet. Well, I'm thinking he's actually a bit of a no-brainer to put into the Minister of Technology. So I'll throw him in there where we get +1 extra random tech slots. This is why we want to get this one straight away. And we also get +10% research based on the 10 intelligence. If we go back to recruitment, now she's got 9, so we'll recruit her as well. And, wrong one, but anyway, we can use... Actually, that was the wrong one. That was exactly the wrong one to do. I did want her, actually, with the 8. Look, I'll grab her later on. We've still got 38 months before she goes, so that's actually all right. We'll just go and get the ministers. The 4 diligence is as good as we can get anyway. So we'll just go and throw that one in there. We do get +1 extra speed, extra moves, and we do get +4 ship range. So it's not great. Normally you're going to get someone with a high diligence back in through there. So, but we will use either this one or the other one as we may do a reshuffle, but I'm probably going to get her for the Minister of Colonization once we start to get colonies. All right, that's done. So that's the population that we actually have in through there. Let's just go and start to see what we can find. Like this one here, we should be able to corner when we're ready. So let's just go and move this one up. Now these are just as an artifact, this little anomaly back in through here. We've only just got the extra moves coming in, so the 8 moves will be next turn. This will have 14 moves. Let's go and move this one towards that system. We had other systems nearby as well. Yeah, I'll move that one straight up. Let's see what we can find. So we've got a poor world there, a poor world there. Important now to look at the resources that come from these. So that's actually just got 1 production, one research, 1 minerals, no food, and 1 influence. This one's got 2 minerals and 3 production. That's actually not bad. Can't do anything more with that one. This one here. Wouldn't be bad to go off and check that one out, because we're going to be able to swing the other one back the other side. So we'll use this one for scouting initially. The colony ship. There may be other colonies in here. Let's just move it towards the top. And similarly with the freighter ship, we'll just move it up as well. We're going to need some sort of colony back out there to do what we need to do. Now, there's still definitely, we've got another planet down through here, which is poor. This one does give us influence. Like if we just press shift and then hover over this one through here, this is, oops, let's do that again. It's not farming. It's not farming. It's cultural significance. So it represents a planet's potential to generate influence, expanding our borders. So it's not critical, that one. It gives us a little bit of wealth. So that's the better the wealth, the better. And then we've got the minerals back in through here as well. Measure of a planet's raw mineral resources available to be directly applied to constructing improvements in ships. Now that's going to be why this one over through here is so good, because we do actually have 3 in minerals, and we also then have 2 in wealth. And so that's going to be quite a useful one for us to go and grab. It does have its own pollution problems, but we're not going to be able to do much with that particular planet anyway. So we'll leave that. We'll just leave that one where that is. Now normally we'd only get 2, but now that we've sort of opened up essentially the technological minister, we get an extra one in through here. Now, allows us to start building the asteroid miners that boost our world's manufacturing. Now, it does give us 2 asteroid miners right from the start if we go and get this one. And the different advisors will then advise us in different ways. And so Imperial Doctrine unlocks the civilian screen, allows us to assign policies. This is probably the most important. Universal Translator will also be very, very important very early. It's tempting to go and get that one. And we've still got 1,100. I could go and buy that Genius and get something like the Universal Translator. If we go and have a look at the Tech Navigator. So Imperial Doctrine then opens up alien world studies and research districts and things like this. So we don't need, there's not a real lot we need to get early on in colonization. In engineering, we don't actually have much in through here at all with what's available to us. Warfare, again, we need to get armed shuttles, and then we can start down this process. Now, we won't rush that one, but governance is an important one. What this one does is governance, if we get the Universal Translator now, it's then going to open up the adds flagships to your fleet back in through here as well. So we're going to be able to get flagships when we get this one. And then it opens up a whole lot of other different things where we can then start to sort of do special things with emissaries, etc., etc. Down through the other one is the really late stage capitalism down through here as well, is a good one for us to get, because it's then going to open up our trade networks, which will be very, very important for us. I'm tempted to go that way, get the Genius, get that one straight away, and then just go straight back to the other one. So let's just go back and see how we go. If we just once we get this one, it may open up subspace frequency systems, but we're not opening up like a lot. So by that I mean, if I just go back into here, we've got 5 we can choose from at this point in time because we haven't opened up a lot of the branches. If we get that Universal Translator, that still doesn't open up many branches. Let's go and choose that one. 6 months remaining. Just going to click on done, but we're going to go back and grab that Genius. So and that's going to then complete the current technological research. So if we go and grab that one, it cost us a lot in through here. He does have high diligence. Well, eventually we'll sort of put him in charge of a ship somewhere. So so that's actually, if we just click on done, and we now have the Universal Translator. So we just picked up that one. Now have to go back and choose new tech. So we just bought that tech, and then we have, well, there's the subspace scanning. This is not really what we want. We now want Imperial Doctrine. And what this one does is it then opens up this screen in through here, the civilization screen. Actually, is it that one there? Colonial policies? Was that the one? No, Imperial Doctrine. Unlocks a civilization screen. That's sort of, where is that one? Galactic diplomacy. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't know which one that was referring to. Anyway, we'll get that way anyway. It's nice and quick. Idle shipyard. We're going to need more colony ships, so we'll just go that way. A probe would also be very, very useful for us. But I think we'll get a colony ship to start with, and then maybe a probe after that. So we'll just go and queue these up. Just go and click on done. Hi, Kim Cook. That's how you pronounce your name. All right, so, and Brinaldi. Hope everyone is doing well.
So that sort of now is, at least we're now trying to rush off and get what we can get. So we'll just go and we've got a court. This world is now idle. We didn't build anything other than the capital. So we've got a few different suggestions from the AI. The AI is suggesting that we build the Enforcer Den, which is a manufacturing improvement. This is going to sort of aid the manufacturing. Now, if I go and click on this one and drag it across, we've got +2s in through there, a +1 down through that side. We don't have a real lot of manufacturing, to be honest. If we have a look and see what this one does, it's the adjacency level bonuses. We have +1 to wealth, +1 to manufacturing, +1 to military. It's not a great building. So upon completion, turns every current citizen into an enforcer that provides a massive production boost. This only happens once. So do we wait until we have like a lot of citizens, which will be late game, or do we do it now while we're actually got 5? Because we're going to get a lot less as we get the colony ships out and about. So they can then become enforcers if we sort of end up building this in 4 turns. I think we might do it, and okay, I can get a +1 in through there. What do we end up with the bonuses? Bonus per level is manufacturing of 3%. So if I build it in that other spot, we go to 6% manufacturing, which is not fantastic. I can also then just click on this thing and make it into a manufacturing district. And manufacturing is 2% per level. So instead of 3%, it's 2%. So it's hardly any difference. Hardly any difference. Yeah, so if we go, it's only +1. So the adjacency level is the thing that's interesting there. The adjacency level +1 to manufacturing. If I make this into a manufacturing area, is that going to work? What have we got there? It's +3 to food. We do have research down in this little area. That's +3 to research. So, for example, if I go with the Industrial Espionage Centre, so still it's a tiny percentage of the galaxy. Now this is bonus per level is research of 1%. So we end up with, if I go and place it there, I end up with another 3% research. That's all it does. We're going to the +3. If I go with the adjacency bonuses, though, it does give me extra research around these other little areas. Then we also then have a central mine, which bonus per level is 3%, and then the adjacency level bonuses are 3 levels to manufacturing and 3 to military. So again, this is actually a really good one for us to get, but I think we might go this way, just get it out of the way. We'll go fairly central and make all of this into manufacturing and around in here. This one does only give me a +1 to manufacturing and military, whereas this one gives me a +3. If I go that way, if I put that one in the corner and then put the mine there, I then get all of these being really, really good for manufacturing. So I think I'll do it that way. So to try to put this into perspective, if I'm trying to find areas where I can build manufacturing into a block around something that's going to boost them a lot. And so this one, the adjacency level bonuses with this central mine, if I build this one next to something else that also does manufacturing, we're going to end up with a net result of +4 into different areas. So that's going to be very, very useful. This is giving me +1. Put that one there where we don't get the +1, but all it's doing itself is only 3%, so it doesn't really matter that much. Then we also have an air purifier, which gets our pollution down a little bit, and then the bonus per level. What does that one get bonuses? Not much, just in the manufacturing areas. And then we also have a Xeno patent office. So it cannot be built on mountains. And this one here gives research of, base effective research of 12%. Bonus per level research, and then actually the income goes right up as well. Wow, that's actually probably better there than anything. And it's only got +1 level to research. That's the same as that one there. That is heaps better than the other one. Wonder why the research advisor was recommending that building. And this one has got so much more. So much more. Well, let's get our manufacturing done. So let's go and throw this one into here. And we can then sort of queue the others up if we wanted to. So we've then got the central mine as well. We'd then sort of go into that position ultimately. I can sort of queue these up and just get them so that they're all sort of staggered in through there. Build that one down into there. Make this into our research area. And
And this one here is +1 to manufacturing. Pollution comes down a little bit more, but it's not really critical. If we have a look at this one through here, the industrial centre. So what I'm going to do is it going to allow us, yeah, we're getting +2 through there. I'll just leave it, I think. I think I'll just leave it. See how we go. Can you move the Capitol building? Yes, you can. I did position it there before when we first started. This is actually how you can now you can transport your citizens around once you've got multiple planets, but we'll do that one later on. Okay, so that's now Scurvy and Prime under control. We can extend our first turn. Okay, we've now got Gerantium back in through here. One thing we didn't have a look at was the various executive orders. Now, because we went with a trader system, we end up with a few extras that we don't normally have. And so we've got, for example, back over through here, we can impress constructors, so we can actually gain a constructor, but our approval goes down, and we've got to be very careful of the overall approval. I'm not sure what the cooldown for the approval is. I think it might be 30 turns or something. Enlisted pirate fleet, we haven't seen any pirate fleets just yet, so we can actually enlist them to become part of our empire, which we will probably do. Enlist a pirate world. If we find a pirate world, we can then enlist that as well. This one through here is we can recapitalise, so we end up with getting +300 to our treasury. We have hire a miner. This one costs 25 control, and control we're getting +1 per turn. And the miner, if we're getting the credits cost is 50, so we can certainly sort of afford that. And the cooldown is 12. This for us is a bit of a no-brainer. While we've got asteroids, before we get the asteroid miners, we might as well do this and bring these in as well. So we might as well execute this one. We just go yes, and what that's going to do is it's going to then spawn a asteroid miner somewhere. It's a discovery ship. Not sure where the asteroid miner ended up. Oh, there it is. But the asteroid miner there. And so what we'll be doing with this one is actually just going and mining the asteroids that are inside our borders. So we'll get these started. And so that is then going to be shipping these asteroids back off to Scurvy and Prime. This is going to give us a boost to our manufacturing. If we have a look at the manufacturing in through here, we should see mineral input of +5.3. Is that from this particular planet? Where is it? 5.3. Yeah, mined asteroids. It's giving us 0.3 at the moment, but that ultimately will become quite a valuable addition to what we're actually doing. So what I was saying before I go, has the AI got any better than just spamming manufacturing districts for the other faction core planets? I haven't played enough of it to be able to gauge that. And Morbitz is saying before I go to, can you look at ship combat, please? I'm not going to be able to do that until we find something to fight. And to be honest, the pirates aren't our enemies. So the only thing we're going to find is potentially some monsters. So yeah, the ship combat is certainly a lot better than what it was like a few months ago, but I don't think that's changed a lot with this version from 2.3 to 2.4. It is getting better and better though. Certainly better than Millennia, which has got one of the worst combat systems I've seen in recent times. Now, anything good in here? Dead Worlds, it's only a class 2 there. Yep, nothing much that way. Let's go this way. See if we can find anything else. Now, the freighter, I'll just keep it moving out this way. And the colony ship, we'll just move that one up as well. We need to find some high-level planets. Okay, we've found Delirium. It's one of the resources. So I don't want to get constructors just yet. Morbid's saying I'm watching on VOD though. Yep. So yeah, there will be combat, but we're going to be trying to play fairly diplomatically with the way that we sort of do things. Let's end our turn here. Imperial Doctrine unlocks the civilization screen, allows us to assign policies. Yeah, okay, so this one should now open us right up. Okay, so we've got research districts, we've got this is subspace scanning. This will ultimately be important. It does give us a ship range of +2 and a center range of +2 as well. So that one's probably the best one. The armed shuttles will be okay, but we don't need them really. For the way that we are,
We don't have really any enemies because we started off with a crime lord, and the pirates do like us. So it's only really, it's not really much we have to worry about. Now we've got something called look the other way. Once we get their trade routes established, so crime is spread through trade routes, and so once we start to actually go and get other trade routes, we're going to be able to subvert enemy worlds through the trade network. But we won't do that one initially. Heart of the Empire is always a good one. We've got coerced colonization. We don't really want that one with a low approval. Export food. We could do that one at some point. Our food is only +4 at this stage, so we don't really want to do that one too much. Heart of the Empire is always a good one, just to get the influence growth and the gross income of 10%, land exploitation. We do get extra pollution, so let's just go and throw that one into there. So this now has opened up these civilization policies. Yeah, it's funny, it says manage your civilization's laws and policies, but it actually had a different tech that it did mention. I thought that was one that we were unlocking, which is good. It's where we want it to be. It's an artifact. Poor. God, this is not good. Poor. Wow. We have not found much here at all. This is surprising, actually. Let's move over that way. If you see this thing here, it will then start to sort of show where the planets actually are. Now that's Thulium. Need to find more in through that side. Now we should now be building that particular Enforcer's Den. It's not quite there just yet. One more turn. So we'll have a bit of a look. Let's have a look at this last one in through here. So planetary defences. What does she have? Intelligence. She's a traditional, but she's also a criminal. Now I think most of ours will be criminals. She doesn't have anything else in there. She's the only. It looks like she must be the only criminal in the bunch. So increases crime on this planet, but at least they don't complain about the crime rate as much. So the crime rate will sort of increase in through here because of her. So she is our criminal. I can train them as different sorts of things at this stage. I'm just going to leave them as citizens, just as citizens at this point in time. So she's someone that we may decide to move off to another world if we're finding it disruptive, as an example. Cornish Fish and Game says this game just keeps on getting better and better. We'll find out what Enforcer does, because all 5 of these are going to become Enforcers. So we'll just click on Done. And we've got an event. So Skervian Prime Planet Report. A movement is growing on Skervian Prime of citizens who mistrust the growing use of cybernetics and synthetic life on our worlds. They call themselves a natural league, and they demand the organic life be given priority over other forms of life. How should we respond to this? We shouldn't allow the natural league to form. Yeah, or life is equally viable. We get -10 approval for 10 months. We get -1 natural league flavour, and this one here is unlocks. I'm just going to go with natural league. Let's just go that way. I don't mind that. What that is just to sort of explain how that one then works. If we go back into our leaders and we go to factions, there's four factions in the game. The Endless Emporium. This is that runs the Galactic Bazaar, Natural League, which has just come into our side of things. The Free Mind Centre, which wants peace and balance in the galaxy, and then Warforged, which prepares for war. And so Natural League is the one that's trying to sort of take a bit of a foothold on our planet, which won't worry us overly. So I'm happy enough to go that way with these. Now we still have recruitment there, but our money situation is getting a little bit lower. Merchant ship, we don't need those just yet. There's really nothing much that we would be wanting to do just yet, so I'll just let them continue on. This will be good for us to pick up the Durantium and the Illyrium all in one group by just grabbing a constructor. So we've still got 3 turns before the colony ship. Yeah, it's a bit... we're not finding exactly what we wanted. There's more Durantium back in through there.
amazing world there. All right. Outside of our range. Ooh, it's got -2 population caps. It's a precursor lab world. It's got Promethean on it. That's the sort of world that we're now looking for. Just ended the turn. This is an amazing world as well. Thin atmosphere. Plus 50% food though, so it's got like a lot of food. Got a lot of production on this world as well. Pollution at 4%, so it's not a pleasant place. Well, that's where we'll send off the first lot of them, but that's not really going to help us. What we need to do is we need to find one that's good with everything, so we can claim this one. So we probably want to go and claim that one straight away. Nine moves in here. Okay, we've come across the Florians. Greetings, I am Flora Promigadian, representing the Floral Dominance Coalition. We're open to peaceful trade negotiations. So we do want to. This is where we want to get in on everything we can actually then go and do with them. Like, so we do want to get. We want to be peaceful. But we can't do much of this. Yeah, we're not at war. Open borders. Must have known. Yeah, so nothing much we can really do through here. So we do actually have different things where we can use persuasion, etc. If they go back into modules, what have they got? They got modules as well. They just got 2 probes. We've got a freighter and a probe. I'll just click on done. There's nothing much we can do. I'm glad that they're in our system. Actually, this is going to make life interesting for us. We'll just say goodbye. The trouble is going to be if they get this before us, and I'm guessing they must be. They must be going to. Let's just move our probe over, and I really can't do anything until I settle one of these worlds. Well, let's just move over. Let's just see if we can find anything else out in this system. We may have to start rushing a few of these colony ships. Let's have a look and see what actually happened now that we've actually established this particular enforcer's den to what actually these guys now actually have. So you can see there, it's now got an enforcer. So, so the expectations, so it gives them less expectations and the base value goes up. So expectations modify the approval of a citizen. Citizens with high expectations would need entertainment and luxury resources, while those with low expectations are much easier to keep happy. Oh, so as a citizen it goes down, but it's a base value it goes up. So the expectations go up. Okay, so a specializing unit will increase its expectations. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just keep them as citizens at this stage. So all of these are going to be a little bit more tricky. Like if they become a worker, yeah, there's not much we can do just yet until we sort of start to unlock a few of the other techs. Just click on done, so we can see how long we've got. We've got 2 more turns. I think we might rush this one. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just click on that one. That's okay. And one thing we can hope is that the probe is actually that they're actually in a different area of space. This one hasn't moved. Okay, I'm going to put the criminal on this particular one. She's going to end up. Yeah, actually, I'm happy enough for her to end up over the other one. So we get rid of the criminals, totalitarian, egalitarian, and yeah, they're all enforcer. But the criminal here, let's get rid of the crime element. So we're now bored. That's why I wanted to build that one now, because I'm only going to get less while we build these up. So we'll just click on done. So she is actually going to end up here. Now that's 2 production. What does this one give us? 2. So that's 3. Actually, that one's better. Let's go there. It's going to be there in 4 turns.
which means that this one can then go and sit on the edge. We'll just scoot past this one and just see what we can find, and then we should be able to get across this one with this one in through here. Now the next thing we do want to get is another of the, we want to grab this world over here. So we'll go back into this side. We won't build that, we'll build another colony ship, and we'll just move this one forward in front of it. So even getting another one of these as well. Might just get a couple more, because we've now got a bit of a hit list of things. We want to get those 2 good planets. I was sort of hoping that we'd end up with some a bit closer to our homeworld. Oh, that's amazing as well. It is volcanic. Not exactly a pleasant place to live. Yeah, okay, so we've got a few different... we need a few now that we need to start to sort of move through. That's a 22. That's a 27 in a lab world. So we'll definitely go that way if we can get it. But if we can't, we'll come back for this one. That'll be the next one that we'll actually just go and see what we can do. Promethean back in through there. That's a requires extreme colonization. Just leave that one where that actually is. So Spiraling saying, wait a sec, did you just send the criminals to a different planet? Yes, we are. To a backwater planet. This one over here. So that's where that one's heading off to. Oh, okay. So we've now also found these guys. So I'm Varazul the Vile, ruler of the venomous dominion. Your feeble attempts at resistance are futile. Surrender now or face annihilation. The swamp poison flows through my veins, and I will not rest until all bow before me. This is really fun. This has actually been built from the Alien GPT. Like, this is actually all randomly generated. So I'll just go, I believe we can work together. So they're going to be a problem. I can tell you that now. They're not going to put up with our machinations. So we'll figure out what to do there. I'm going to set this one off now just to start surveying. It'll go and find things it can then go and survey. So there's one of their probes there. So that means that they're probably coming from over here. Oh, hang on. Before we send this one off to there, if I send that one to there, it's going to be there in 6 turns. No, let's still go this way. Just go and grab that. It's nowhere near as critical getting the high level things. That's only a poor planet. It's it's probably now more important to try to think of your borders than anything else in terms of your colonization. It doesn't really matter that much about they've already got that one. Okay, so Min Kent has now been colonized by these guys, unfortunately, which means that we now really have to just grab this one here. And that means that the criminals could go off and grab this one. Yep, that's our ship, that's okay. Now, if that's established there, let's just see if we can find their homeworld. And what this one does allow us to do, once we get our first settlement, we're going to be then able to go and trade with this particular world and subvert it. So this is Aegis 1, so we'll just go yes. This is our first colony. I love these cutscenes, we've done such a good job of these. Spiraling saying, look, the Aussies, yes. I didn't think of that, yeah. They're the, the undesirables. All right, so we don't even rate. Yeah, so we're not innovative at all. Funny tasting food. So food grown on Aegis 1 has a distinct taste. Locals didn't notice anything unusual, but off-world visitors find it exceedingly strange and even exotic tasting. Of late, the outside world has developed a faddish taste for this colony's food, and there has been much demand for the export of it. So Invite more colonists to the planet to increase production. So collectivism increases by 1. We get plus 20% to manufacturing, which is always useful. Totalitarianism increases to 26. We get extra farming, use all available fertile food to grow more of the strange food. Using food as revenue, exporting everything for sale. Now this is, I'm just going to go this way because we essentially went totalitarianism as our approach. So we have a bonus for that one. So let's just go that style. All right, now we're going to end up clashing borders with this other group, but I don't mind so much. I'll just choose new tech. Research complete, subspace scanning, that's all okay. We've got factories, alien world studies. I might just go the armed shuttles, just start to get these things done. None of these are all that great, to be honest. But we don't have anything we can do nice and quickly. We really are poor at research, like very, very poor. And that'll be compared to everyone else as well. All right, here we go. Florithia Prime, that is where they're from. So we've now located where they are. Let's just go and set this one off on a to start to just check things out. So we'll just go and do auto explore. We no longer need to look to see different things around where things actually are. So we're going to have a bit of a hit list of what we want to be picking up in these different systems. We just want to go and claim these as quickly as we possibly can. Now that's actually with their home world is within range. Let's go for that. Now we've got a boarding another colony ship. Looking through here, does it really matter? Not overly at this stage. Having the ability to be able to then go back and reshuffle is very, very cool. Just get it done. Because we can always then just chop and change things around a little bit. Oh, they've claimed that world, which was one of the ones that we did want. That one there for manufacturing. Let's just go and grab this one in the meantime. So we're going to need to wipe these out at some point, unfortunately. They're going to be a bit of a problem. They've got extreme colonization as well. Event, so appoint a governor. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we've identified, we do need to do that one. Find a leader to fill their position. Just go and do that one. It's an easy one. Easy points for us then to pick that one up. And if we just go back across. Yeah, we do have, in totalitarianism, we do have Iron Fist. What does it open up though? Prestige. Secret police, unlocks the secret police policy. Yeah, it's not fantastic. Actually, that's not bad with trade. Actually, I might wait for this one. I think we will actually go with this nihilistic one. Just wait. Now the governors. So Aegis. This is where the social skills aren't fantastic. That's us. Wow, she's very good. A thrall captain. Reformed thrall captain who once ruthlessly punished those under her charge to the brink but now seeks redemption. She doesn't really like us though. But she does have amazing diligence. Yeah, look, we could make use of her. She's just not loyal. But if we put her in as well, this one here is a terrible, very, very loyal, but not very good at anything. The social skills are going to be a problem, but we could put this one into, now that we're going to be doing this, this one's not great at anything. This one is it's actually better. What has she got? She is excluded inheritance, excluded from a family inheritance and terribly bitter about it. And a Tibetan monastery. So spent the youth in a Tibetan monastery. So I might grab her, I think. I might grab both of them. Although that's going to then chew up all my money. So I need somebody to rule the planet. Her own social skills are terrible. Maybe I'll get him to rule the planet for now. And I'll get her to be the minister. Minister of Tourism, we don't really need that one at this stage. Okay, so he's now in there. The population won't be fantastic on this particular world. He's down to 45. Just click on done. Point of governance success. So we do actually end up getting new citizens generated. We can even build a shipyard. Yep, that's okay. So we'll come back to that one. I did forget to do that one earlier. We are running out of citizens, but that's okay. So this is this world, this volcanic world that we actually have, that we've just inherited. So we've got some interesting things in through there. +3 to manufacturing, +3 to research, +2 to this one in through here. Got caverns, +1 to military down through there. +2 to food is interesting. You've only got 3 that we can place there. Once we place the core world capital, we don't have any bonuses anywhere. So I might as well just go there, I think. That's then going to boost these up a little bit more as well, ultimately. Get +1 level back in through all the others. Air purifier will help with the pollution on the planet. Now the pollution is at, the approval is only 40%, unfortunately. Yeah, pollution is 40% as well. What's her approval like? Okay, world is polluted, -12, that's a big one. She also has high expectations. It's one of these things where if we, what do we get with the adjacency? I'll throw it in there. It's going to take a long time to build. We will ultimately be able to rush it. It's a shame we didn't get that world. This has not been a great start, to be honest. Okay, a rush of excitement in our space program has spurred a lot of new candidates applying for critical positions. We should take advantage of the situation while it lasts. Okay, actually I didn't read to see what that one actually was, what it gave us. We've got armed shuttles, choose new tech. Yeah, actually getting more people in the world is going to be good for us. Frigates would be good as well. I don't trust the other faction that's sort of starting off near us. I'll go this way, Alien World Studies. Actually, what does that one lead to? Xenobiology. It's not really one that we need to be focused on all that much. If we go down to warfare, if it's the frigate classes, some of these can be quite useful. But we're not going to be playing a very aggressive game anyway. Just go back. Xenofactories. It does lead to space elevators. Again, we don't need it all that much. I think I'm just going to go this way, trying to focus on population. See how we go. So many different ways to play the game now. So, yep, choose a region to improve. District. We do actually have the industrial espionage. I didn't build these mining operations. That's interesting. It seems to have just done it with this one through here. core hub of efficient resource extraction. Upon completion, we'll start mining operations across the planet. There we go. It's just doing its own thing. Okay, well, I guess we can always chop and change them if we had to. We were going to come back down. This is the patent office, which is now finished, which should give us a bit of a boost to our income. We've got the air purifier. Pollution is at 39%, which is actually fairly high. I'm going to throw that one in the middle there. And then we'll get this one down the bottom here. Food is still running at positive, which is good. Now this is a, these are the military ships. I'll just get these to protect these sorts of worlds. It does make people happier if they've got a someone on board. It's one of these games where you always get to hear and then somebody else will appear on the other side and just take it just as you're about to grab it. Now this is this small little world in here. And we need another one to board. It won't really matter who we grab at this stage, so I'll just go and get that one to board. Now that one there gives me a little bit of a boost. I wouldn't mind claiming these. Let's grab that one. These will just feed into whatever the closest planet is and just boost them along. Which is what this little colony here now is feeding back into Skervian Prime. So with its various production and wealth. And so the wealth has now gone up to +8 with that one. I love this system. Like the changes now between this and the older versions is very, very good. And one thing I might change here is still got one. We've got the probe coming in too. Really need the constructors now built. Even more than the probes. Let's go and get these done. Just so we can start to claim the various resources around the place that we come across. Oh, we might get it. We might be lucky. We might be lucky. There we go. So our territory contains a disputed region rich in resources. Unfortunately, a rival political faction on our world is also claiming it as their own. We're open to negotiation, but we need your support. If you back our claim, we will share the resources with you. However, if you remain neutral, we may not be able to maintain a friendly relationship. Now, we want to be subversive, so we're going to be trying to be like this. Now, we end up with +1 relations with the Toxic Empire for 75 turns. Pacifism cultural awareness increases, and we get +2 Arnor Spice. If we remain neutral, individualism increases to 2, so I'm happy enough to do this. I'm a bit scared of them, to be honest, as well. Like, I don't think we're going to be in a position to protect our planets all that well for a little while. Colonized planet? Yeah, we got it. Okay, this is cool. Minimal ceremony. The first of our trading frigates pushes from its slip. When we return, it contains a small portion of the galaxy's wealth. This is actually it now. This is our first trade route established. So the waters for Anais 1 are patrolled by a monstrously large creature filled with teeth and ill will. It seems to have taken a particular interest in your colony and has already killed many of the colonists with its aforementioned teeth and ill will. What are your orders? We have no right to endanger a species. No, they're not going to do that. Kill the shark and mount the skeleton in my throne room. So this is totalitarianism increases. We do get extra approval. And we then set up some island castaways and see what they do when the super shark arrives. So this is nihilism, increases to 6. We get +1 nihilism trait discount and +3 influence growth. I think the approval is important, so we'll go that way. It's sort of either that or the nihilism would have been okay as well. Now this one is another one that we need to get another governor on. She's probably the best, just in terms of social skills and things. Let's bring her across. So we're down to very, very minimal money. We have to be over class 10 to be able to bring these across. She's not very loyal at all. Okay, what can we build in here? Wow, it's many jungles and stuff. So we've got forests in through there, a big one into military in through that other side. Nothing for population, unfortunately. I might throw it into there. Actually, what else do we have? We've got, this one is manufacturing. This one's approval. You know, that might be better off there in that case. Let's just go that way. And air purifier as well. Actually, what's the pollution like? Nothing at all at this stage, so I won't worry about that one through there. Now, in terms of the, can we get entertainment districts at this stage? I'll throw that one on there and then we'll just sort of see how we go. Alright, so Aegis 1 planetary report. So Vendra Malkos, governor of Aegis 1, is warning of a deep political climate disaster on their planet. Deep fissures have begun to release immense amounts of heat and particles into the atmosphere. Without immediate action, it could cause damage to Aegis 1, but it would require significant resources to address. Now, we can't afford this. Hang on, this is nows. Oh, yes, it is ours. It's Aegis 1. Over here. Okay, so we get +2 loyalty for yeah, this is important as well. We reduce the pollution down a little bit, but we also have reduced manufacturing for 25 months. So this is actually, I don't mind that. So I'm going to go that way. So we'll just go and do this one. I'm going to start changing. Now, this is actually a pirate fleet. Again, we're not at war with the pirates because we're a criminal organisation ourselves. Let's just go and change this one to Lava World. We'll just change these up as we sort of come across the need for them. This one here is Jungle World. Not very creative words, but anyway, we know what they are. Hi Voxter, how are you going? Saying late stream tonight, UK time. Yes, I was planning on doing a couple of these around this time over the coming week, just to sort of just to get fairly deep into this particular game of Gal Civ if we can. I've got executive orders again. We still can't do these just yet. So I can enlist that pirate fleet that we just saw scooting past our territory if we wanted to. But I won't worry about it. Survey ship. Okay, so we've now just come across one of the other areas. We've got research completed as well. So, research districts. Not really ready for that one yet. Space weapons. That's actually not a bad one for us to go and get. This one as well. I think I'll grab this one to get the extra movement. Just get one done. We need to get the trade established. Okay, so during the thorough analysis of the artifact, your research team has unearthed an astonishing discovery. It's a reservoir of colossal energy. The scientists in your crew are confident that they can channel this raw power to propel our civilization forward, yet a descending perspective suggests that this energy could be utilised as a cosmic key, opening up uncharted dimensions. So we can store it in through here, store the artifact so you can use it later to gain vision over a distant part of the galaxy, gain a charge for distant vision, or harvest it. Let's get the gerantium at this stage. Moving off and doing other things. How are we going here? Constructor's still coming, it's a bit slow. Right, so planet report. The breakthrough of universal translator technology has opened a gateway for interspecies communication, turning our planet into a potential hub of interstellar tourism. This presents us with a unique opportunity to become a crossroads for galactic civilizations where knowledge, culture, and commerce. So let's actually go and do this one. We should proceed with caution with this, as it will make some people very unhappy in our world. So we get minus 5% approval for 120 months. I think we'll still do it. I think we'll still do it. Why not? Let's just go and grab it. Now that should have then added that in somewhere. There's more mining operations down the bottom there. There's a natural league centre. Yeah, we'll just keep everything sort of just thumping along, I think. So Phase Plasma saying, "Hey Daz, what kind of things would you like to see in the planned combat rework?" Just more choice before we go in. I don't want it to be something where you micromanage the actual combat itself, but I would love to see some scripting or something like that you do in advance. There is actually, it does explain a little bit about the approach they're going to take. Actually, I'll just colonize this planet. Hang on. Ooh. Now we claimed that one, they claimed that one. So we just got there just in time. Alright, so this is embark on a journey through the stars, top 5 galactic civilization of the most colonized world. So we're coming up there, we're up there anyway. That's another one of their colony ships, so we just got there just ahead of them. Now this is a bit of a crappy one, but this one's a good one. So that's a that one does give us more production and more wealth. The wealth, though, has gone down a little bit with everything that's going on. This one's going off over to a lava world. I'll just go back to my Steam area. Hang on. If I can. Have a bit of a look, because this is the... I'll just go back to the store page.
It is the dawn.
I'll just pause that one. So if we have a look at the DLC, so the Warlords expansion comes next month. So this is, I'm really looking forward to this. Probably as much as any game this year, to be honest, as well. There's been a lot of great games that have already been released and are releasing this year. But this particular update is something that's GalCiv has never had anything like this before, and so this will then push it in all sorts of weird and wonderful ways, which is going to be really, really interesting. So the Warlords expansion revolutionises combat in Galactic Civilizations 4, and it's already done a lot of positive work with combat, but this will then take it even further. So offering players the ability to craft their own military doctrines. These doctrines dictate ship behaviour in combat, enabling you to design new ship classes and establish a strategic order of battle, enhancing control over engagements without micromanaging each fight. This is perfect. This is exactly what I mean. So you're going to be able to, within the system, actually then figure out how you want ship classes to then operate, because it's got one of these systems where different class ships will actually have different sorts of targets. And so I don't know how open this will be, but anyway, it does sound really, really good. Warlords introduces war aims, a feature allowing you to define specific victory conditions and engage in wars with limited objectives, whether it's demolishing star bases or capturing planets. The war planning interface lets you set precise conquest goals. Your war's popularity and support hinge on its justification, adding a layer of strategic public opinion to your military campaigns. And so this is, and again, one of these things I often find in the game is that you go in with a with a target in your head as to what you want, and then ultimately find that, oh, it's not achievable, but something else is. In this case, you'll be punished if you do that. So I like this idea as well, because it does make you think ahead a little bit. Additionally, Warlords significantly upgrades the combat system, allowing for more intricate ship designs and detailed after-action reports. The after-action reports have been problematic in the game. They're not at the same level as what's actually being shown. This paves the way for an intense arms race where every decision and design can tip the balance of power. Prepare for a deeper, more strategic warfare experience in the Galactic Civilizations universe, but it does sort of say without micromanaging each fight. And I think this is...
I originally had wanted micromanagement in the fights, but I no longer want that based on sort of knowing what the policy or what the, I guess, the design direction for the game is. It's designed to be able to play big battles quickly, and I like that idea. So it's still an auto battler, and I really do embrace that 100% now. Whereas like a year ago, I was 100% wanting to actually have strategic control, or tactical control over the actual fight itself. But it's too much in this sort of game. Like this game is designed, I played on a small area, so it wouldn't affect me much, but the game can be played in enormous galaxies, like incredibly large things. So it's actually pretty cool. So Radigar is saying that the game design guy has been against tactical combat for as long as the series has existed. Yeah, so that's Brad, like the owner of Stardock. I've never heard him actually articulate the reasons why until maybe sort of like 6 to 8 months ago. And then when I actually saw what he said about it, why he was so against it, it all just fell into place. I thought that makes perfect sense because it would become a micromanagement hell to have to go and actually do the tactical battles. And so they know that it's an issue with it being sort of so simplistic, or what it used to be so simplistic. And so they're trying to find ways to actually then make it much more interesting and much more intricate in terms of the way that you work it. So by having the doctrines, when this one does come in, this should revolutionise the game. And I'm guessing this will come also with some basic changes as well, just some free update type changes. So to put this in as a DLC does mean that there's going to have to be a lot of other actual support around this in the actual base game. So I think we're going to get a double hit in April with this. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one does come. This is, as I say before, one of my most anticipated updates / games of the year, really. I think I'm looking forward to this as much as anything. And it's already been an incredible year for games, and there's a lot more great games on the way. But this DLC looks exceptional. So this game is just getting so much better all the time. Anyway, let's just get back to it. But that's it's pretty amazing. So Redigar saying this sounds like how Endless Space works for combat. Endless Space and Gal Civ both suffered from the system that they had was too simple. Endless Space is still way too simple. Gal Civ has well and truly bypassed that a long time ago. They were sort of equal, probably when it was Gal Civ 3. I don't know. I actually dislike Endless Space just because of how bad that combat system is. It's just way too simplistic. But this is. But I think we're going to get a lot more nuance in what's going to be coming. It's interesting. 3 of us have actually now got control of this central sector, which is quite fascinating. We are going to have to go to war at some point with these guys and push them out of these systems. But we're not going to be in any position to do that for a little while. All right, so we can get this first one. Let's move down. Now, we don't know if there may be more Illyrium back over here. We want to make sure we get the Durantium and the Illyrium, but I'm going to guess there's some more down this way, and we're going to see if we can pick that one up as well. Now, I've only got 3 of the nodules. It gives me those 2. Let's just go with that. There's nothing else up anywhere else I can go and grab anything, so that's going to be fine. This will be a mining starbase. So our first Durantium mine. And our first Illyrium mine as well. Good for beam weapons. Okay, that's our first starbase. Now, we haven't used the modules yet Look, I'll get the mining drones. Just build those. That's just going to double the mining speed of these. And we want to get more. We've got thulium back over through here. We've got 2 thulium, which would be good for us to go and get. And we've actually, there's even more durantium further up this way somewhere. Can't see where it actually is. There's Promethean there. 2 Promethean, that would be a good one to get as well. So we might head that way next. Alright, so with this one in through this other side, okay, pollution has now been dropped a lot. With the air purifiers taking 30 out. Now we do have the Galactic Pavilion. This is a source of tourism for alien species. Don't really have any special place to place this one, so let's just go and pop it over here somewhere. It does give us wealth, approval and tourism as the benefits around it, which we're not really going to be placing back over this other side, so I'll go and place that one in there. And approval wise, we should be okay. Everyone's pretty happy, reasonably happy. Hover over that one through there. Yep, that alien tourism policy will go. Oh, they hate our culture. Oh, these are egalitarian, that's why. That's okay. It's not the negative of what we have. Okay, we'll just click on done. And end our turn again. Now we need to get freighters, so I can actually go back in with the executive orders, and we can build another one of these higher miners. So I'm going to go and grab one of them now. Now unfortunately our money is going backwards. We need to get more trade routes as well. That's the merchant ship. Oh, that was, I should have done that one. I thought I could get that one for free, to be honest. Okay, I've got the asteroid miner back off there. Let's bring that one back through. Okay, so the gross income is 51, the trade route income is +3, taxes are 33%. I don't really want to raise the taxes, the expenses are -19. Yeah, I really don't want to raise the taxes if I can help it. We'll see what happens when we bring it down into here. So Vox is saying, could you make a Romulan type race? Absolutely, yeah. Not so much with the 2 types of Romulans, but certainly with a common sort of Romulan. Adrian's saying hello from Mexico. Daz, how does this game compare to Stellaris or Distant Worlds? It's most similar to Distant Worlds, sorry, to Stellaris, in as much that it's like a board game. Like Stellaris is like a board game style game, and this is as well. The difference, of course, is Stellaris is sort of like a real-time type game, whereas this is turn-based. This is probably closest to Interstellar Space Genesis to a degree as well. It's hard placing them all. Distant Worlds is on its own, being a simulation game primarily, whereas these other games they're all great games, but they've all got like a different sort of way of approaching them. So yeah, in terms of it's hard to compare them, particularly with Distant Worlds. Distant Worlds is very, very different simply because it is a simulation before anything else, whereas this is predominantly a board game before anything else. So this one plays much more like a board game. As I say, probably ISG is the only other game that's more like as much like a board game as what this one actually is. ISG is probably it's Interstellar Space Genesis is probably the closest to the original Master of Orion, but then this is quite close in a lot of ways, but just is it doesn't have like the hyperlanes that the others have got. You are just playing on these maps, or you sort of are and you sort of aren't.
Like we're inside this bubble here, and so we're playing in this little area. There is another section off somewhere else in space where there is a hyperlane, but it doesn't have the same impact as what it does in Stellaris or Interstellar Space Genesis. So again, it's in that sense, it's more like Distant Worlds than the other two. It's quite funny, the differences between them, but the big thing is just the style of gameplay. This one is very, very much like a board game, if that makes any sort of sense. High availability. I don't know if I said high before. But if there's anything in particular you want to see in the actual game, okay, there we go. We're seeing the border in through there. That's the other evil empire. Subspace streaming is going to allow us to then find where the other location is. The subspace streaming will open up the gateway to somewhere else. Now, Lava World. What are we building in here? We're still building this one up. I'm going to also just queue up the shipyard for this one as well. That's going to be important. Just go across to the other worlds, Jungle World as well. We're going to be wanting to get the shipyard built. Might even move that one forward. Might do it on both actually. Let's get them done. Okay, SCT Ship Discovery Survey Report. So your flagship's captain reports a discovery of a lost cargo container floating in space. Upon investigation, it appears to contain a rare and valuable engine upgrade module that can increase the ship's speed through hyperspace. The captain awaits your orders on how to proceed with this discovery. So we can sell it for credits. Now the credits are really important for us. So rather than use the star drive module, let's go and sell it for 400. So that takes us up a little bit. Came just at the perfect time. Okay, I've got subspace streaming coming back in. We get extra moves now. Choose new tech. Yeah, it's not. This isn't really what we want. The space war tactics, maybe we get that one. None of these are really what we're looking for, to be honest. If we go back to the Tech Navigator and have a bit of a look at them. So with engineering, like we've just got subspace scanning. Subspace streaming allows us to move through, but that's not really important. You know what's important for us is under the under governance, what we really need is this one here. And I think I prefer to just go and do this one. Like if we just click on go back, so the really late stage capitalism, it just hasn't come up in the list. Now we get it at 50% off if we take it through here, but this is really important for us. Like this is super important. It allows us to unlock the trade network, and this is exactly what we want. So I'm going to actually bite the bullet. None of these really satisfy what I need. Would have loved to have got that one in the list in through here. We just didn't get it. So let's go and grab that one because that's so much more critical. Just to try to explain why. It's always a good idea to have a look at the Tech Navigator to see what does get unlocked, and we just haven't had it come up. But what this one is, first steps to ensuring our current currency is a Galactic Reserve policy. Sorry, the Galactic Reserve currency. And so then we go across. So this is going to then start to fix up our money because our money situation is not positive. Our research is also terrible, but this we can probably ultimately get around that one later on in the game. Then we want to get this one, interstellar trade, so increase the reach of our trade networks. So we end up with things like the spice market, the upgrade markets, the trade station, Minister of Finance, etc., etc. But this is actually a unique tech for us. And so this is one that if we go and have a look at our actual group, you can see there that we ended up with Crime Lord, which gave us a whole lot of extra different bits and pieces that we could actually go and get. But also traders. So we're a trading crime lord. And one of the things we end up with this is we end up with the, it allows a really late stage capitalism tech, so we get access to that one. Interstellar investments, interstellar markets. And so we want to get to these. And so these are all part of the, if we go back to Crime Lord, that's also unlocks, colonial law, Ministry of Compliance, Ministry of Truth Tech, etc., etc. But if we go up and have a look at the at what we actually have through this other side, the Tech Navigator. We should start to see a few of these in through here as well. Not sure if they were the ones, but anyway, this is what we want. We want to start this way so we can get sort of like the trade networks established. We should be able to still build trade systems, but we want to actually, that's probably something we should be looking at through here. Yeah, let's go and grab some more freighters as well. And we'll just start to trade with every planet that we can find, and just establish our networks. So during an interview, we were asked how you feel your citizens need to succeed in a time when you are exploring the galaxy and encountering alien species. We should go with this one. Will give us plus 15 deception and plus 10 culture points. Understanding, this is a egalitarianism. We don't want that one. Strength. We get plus 5. I think that this one here with the deception, we're already very deceptive. Like if we wanted to sort of, I'll show you why that is as well. So when we this one was randomly chosen for us, the civilization ability. So this is randomly generated, and so crime lord we end up with plus 10 deception there anyway, and traders we end up with plus 10 persuasion. We also ended up with more deception down this way, another plus 10. So we've got 20 deception just in through there, and persuasion there as well, another 30 persuasion. So when we do get into negotiations, we're going to be able to get more than what we should out of networks. That's why establishing trade networks for us and controlling trade, controlling the galactic money, is the way we're going to be playing as this particular faction. So it's not really going to be all about doing. It's going to be much more subterfuge. It's going to be more like a Dune-style universe playthrough for us, I think, than anything else. Rather than trying to just do things through military force. Like for us, we're going to get much more by being diplomatic. So yeah, it's going to be this. I'm looking forward to playing it this way because I've always played with a military bent, whereas we can play with a diplomatic / crime lord bent in this particular run, which is interesting. So with cunning is the right way for us. So we go that style. Now that does open up where we've got now the cultural progression, and we were thinking of going with detached, which is going to give us 3 free supply ships and 10% income on all of our worlds. Again, that's going to help with the monthly income. The other one's really traditionalism, sacred history. Yeah, we don't need this stuff. Totalitarianism isn't enough for us to really sort of get what we require. But nihilism will sort of then work. You know, criminal ties unlocks the crime wave executive order. This is going to allow us to damage the galaxy. So I'm going to go this way. The game wanted us to play with nihilism anyway, and I didn't sort of take it. So realism and criminal ties then sort of is the next one that we could then got access to. So I went with totalitarianism, but in hindsight I probably should have really gone nihilism, just because of the criminal network. I didn't want to be as debauched as going full on nihilistic. So anyway, let's just continue that one through there. What have we got there? That's another. We've got 3 supply ships. Now these are going to be great for rushing stuff. So let's send one out this way. In fact, if we have a look at the core worlds, this way we can just have a bit of a look to see what's what. So we've got jungle world down through here. How are we going with everything? Don't have much food. Now these are both building their shipyards. This is going to help enormously just to get those up and running. Constructor coming in 2 there. Galactic Pavilion in 9. I think we're going to do better from the other things. If we have a look at the production is better off on Jungle World. Research is a little bit better up through here. Just trying to see which one we should be trying to push with our development. I think Jungle World ultimately is probably going to be the better location, but I think eventually it will ultimately end up being Lava World that will be the most viable for us. Then we need to get some protection ships as well for these different worlds. So we've got one heading off that way. We've got enough manufacturing on our home world to not have to worry about it. So let's move up that one up that side.
And I think I'll just go back to Jungle World here as well. Just get 2 of them landing on Jungle World. And so these give 100, basically 100 production, 100 manufacturing to the target world. So they're quite useful. Here comes the asteroid miner that we got earlier on. There's a colony ship just floating around of theirs. This is another colony ship. So they're coming down. They can't colonize anything inside our territory unless they go to war with us. There's the next constructor. Now, I think I want to get the Promethean. Damn it, they've already got it. They've already got it, so we'll go the Thulium. And where was that? That was over here. Alright, next we're going to get is the freighters. Now the trade network, I think we've got trade in here. There's no tradies, no treaty, sorry. The trade network, where do we see that? The trade network income is going to be extremely important for us, ultimately. Okay, we've got any more asteroids that we control? Not really. It's funny. It's a sector without much. Now, there's antimatter that could be quite useful to get. Doesn't look to be anything else around that one. Oh, we've already finished. Oh, hang on. This is the this is at the other world. I'll still get more freighters. Yes, I've got a freighter coming from here. Actually, maybe we don't. Maybe we just keep all the freighters going back to the home world. We do need to get some fighter craft. Need to sort of build up protections on these actual worlds. Okay, Jungle World Planet Report. The venomous Dominion has approached Governor Zanis Trevos of Jungle World with a lucrative trade agreement. This deal promises to greatly elevate the planet's economy, but locals have voiced their concern over the influx of alien visitors it might bring. They're sort of they're vampiric, the other group. The potential for cultural enrichment is immense, yet so is the potential for tension. So we get extra wealth, but less approval. I think we'll still go this way because we want to sort of smarm our way into both the factions that are in our areas. But ultimately, we're going to be able to do more with the plant group, the plant people. All right, Jungle World is now finished. Now, pollution is not a problem here. What do we have there? That's unstable mineral. That's military. Yeah, we need Promethean there. We need Monsantium. Let's just get some manufacturing districts in through here. So the approval, getting this approval area is going to help us a little bit, which is good. There's the first of these other freighters. So we want to send these off to the other worlds that we sort of can see. So we've got they've got a couple of worlds. That's just a colony, but this is an actual. This should be a core world. Yeah, there we go. So we'll send that one up that way. It's nice playing where you don't have to worry about the snipers. Like that's just a probe.
Okay, latest ruling the top 5 most populous. That's not including us. We're not in that list, unfortunately. Manufacturing relic, okay. Now, what do we need with that one? Build a xenoarchaeology module to get any... Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's go and establish this one in here. We'll still make this into a mining starbase. It's now thulium. Oh, these cutscenes are good. So we've got the xenoarchaeology. Now we do actually have... We've still got the 2 modules here. Mining drones. I'll build the modules up, and I will also get this one as well. So that's now going to allow us to mine. We go, first precursor relic. So the scanner readings are inconclusive, but one thing is for certain: the object is old. As our probes maneuver around this strange device, it becomes clear that the beings who made this were vastly more powerful and experienced than we are. It's a privilege to even gaze upon their work. So we're now sort of mining old stuff, old precursor stuff. So this one gives manufacturing colony 5%. So that's going to sort of just help with manufacturing everywhere ultimately. So that was a good location to end up getting both of these plus that one. Now we're just going to keep on now pumping out the freighter network to try to get our monthly income up even higher. Now this is at Aegis 1 shipyard at Lava World. I think I can change the name of this as well ultimately. Let's grab a couple more snipers. Okay, we've got the survey report. So ship has entered the area. So what do we end up getting in through here? Pacifism increases. We don't want that one. We do get plus 10% research on all worlds for 50 months. Or we get plus 50 research, progressivism. Let's go that way. Really late stage capitalism. We've now got this one. This is great. So money is what will determine who rules this galaxy, and the civilization who controls the most trusted form of currency will be in the best position to control the flow of money. So we're going to become money launderers in the vast cosmic expanse, where myriad civilizations vie for dominance. A profound understanding of economic structures is indispensable. The trade networks technology represents a sophisticated endeavour aimed at achieving an economic zenith, positioning one's currency as the epicenter of the galactic economy. Within this ambit, a currency, a reserve currency transcends its. Anyway, we won't worry about reading it. God, there's a lot to read. Bloody hell. So we have this one in through here. This is a galactic achievement. Then we've got the trade licenses go up even more. Free trade, embargoes, subsidies and taxes are the enemy of economic growth. By allowing open trade between civilizations, we all prosper. So the gross income goes up, and the trade route value also goes up. And so that's a policy we can then go and position ourselves with. Trade network as well is a wealth improvement. This is colony unique. So this is stuff that we're going to be starting to focus more heavily on. Now, asteroid mining, we've already got everything we can from there, but this then unlocks a lot of other things as well. Like if we go back to the Tech Navigator, unfortunately, that one, where is it? Asteroid mining. We then get starbase modules. So we sort of need to go past that one to get to this one here. And unfortunately, it's we don't have any other asteroids. So we've already bought the 2 miners that we required. Let's just go back out. Let's go space weapons. It's not really critical at this stage, but anyway, we'll just go that way. Now they're up here somewhere. See if we can start to trade with them as well. Now the trade, where do we see the trade? This is diplomacy. They're going more negative. These are going more positive. So our diplomacy of the shared borders is the problem with them. they're not as receptive to diplomacy. They're just a negative nation anyway, whereas these guys are naturally friendly. So we should ultimately be able to get them really, really, truly on side. We don't have any diplomats either, which I don't think I'll worry about that just yet. Yeah, I'll just leave them where this actually is. We do need to get more modules as well, ultimately. Yeah, no one's really sort of doing much at all. We've only got the trade in through there. This once we get the trade established, these guys will become a bit more friendly. We don't need to rush anything with them just yet. And we've got that one through there as well. Is it more colony ships? Yeah, that is. Now they're off getting this one here. See, they've got colony ships as well floating around the place. I'm sort of happy with what we've got at this stage, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Now the other freighters, we need to find other worlds. I'm pretty sure we can't trade with these. They have to be core worlds. We do actually have already. That's our freighter network, our trade network going back this way. Maybe other worlds over this side, maybe. Alright, so I'm still building the sniper there. Now we have the galactic currency reserve. So this is a galactic achievement. Position your currency. Yeah, this one is something where we get plus 10 income. We want this on our home world. I'm going to queue that one up. And we've got this one here, which is going to give us an extra level to wealth. And actually, when we get this one, what's the bonus? You'll get plus 3 to wealth in around this one. I don't have any planets that are just really geared for this, so yeah, I'm better off just doing it in around these sorts of areas, I think. What do we end up with? We end up with 3 extras there. That's probably the best spot for it. Let's go that way. Just click on done. That's going to help a lot with our money situation. Now, that's a pirate bomber. Again, we're not at war with the pirates. Everyone else is, but we're not. So, YB Twist is saying, always nice to see another old guy gaming like a legend. There we go. I don't consider myself old, though. Now, we do actually have this one here. We get rare stones, plus 3 to wealth. Got the trade network. So this one here does give us a gross income of 10 bonus per level. So that's actually a good one. If we have a look and compare this one here, so we end up with a the gross income goes up by 10%. Now we don't have massive amounts of income at on this planet, but we can get one of these per planet, and so we sort of want to do this one here. Adjacency bonus goes up as well with other different bits and pieces. We've got if we go back and actually just build a financial district in here, that one is just going to give us the gross income is going to be plus 3 per level, so basically 9% if we did that one. So it's sort of plus 5%. We're better off building this. Get 10%, yeah, and then bonus per level another 10%. So that's a great spot for that one there. Just click on done. It's going to take a while to build that one up. Let's end our turn. So there we go. YB Twist is saying, been gaming since 1980. Wow, that beats me actually. I've got to say, I started gaming in 1983. Actually, if I'm just trying to think, was it 83? Yeah, I think it was 83. I had a Tandy TRS-80 was my first computer. I loved it. Now we're being pushed out here a little bit. Like we've got to be careful. Our abilities are not that great in terms of the dominance that we're sort of seeing out through here. So the influence that we have is actually quite low. So our influence overall is terrible. Let's have a look and see what we can do with these policies now. Now we've got Heart of the Empire, which is probably not really the one that we want. Export food, free trade.
That's not bad, actually. Manufacturing goes down a little bit. Land exploitation. Crash 80, there we go, was my first formal programming course. Oh, yeah, okay, with like machine language, this Castanar. I remember that, like the BRE, and then you had to go to the number and stuff like that. Yeah, it was horrible. Look the other way. Commodore VIC-20 was my first computer in 81, 82-ish. It says Castanar. Yeah, that was very popular. But the real gamers were using TRS-80s. Actually, no, it was probably the real gamers were using VICs, weren't they? Really, the Commodores. They were more geared for gaming. But it was, I don't know, it was funny because a friend of mine got it, so I thought, look, I'll do the same thing. Look the other way. Crime goes up through the trade networks. This will damage everyone else at this stage. Until we get these unlocked, I'm just going to, yeah, free trade. Free trade, well, this is going to help us. We've got Heart of the Empire at the moment. The influence growth, we don't have any other way of getting our influence growth really moving, so maybe we'll just leave it that way, I think. Casey's saying I started a couple of years later on an Amiga. Love that computer. Yeah, a lot of people actually really swore by that one, didn't they? Really swore by it. But I had a few friends that were using TRS-80, so that was just the way I went. So, yeah, it was good. So Amiga was the first real gaming computer, complete with 300 baud modem, later upgraded to a 120 baud, and 10 megabyte hard drive. There we are. Yeah, Amiga was well respected. It was even used for graphics, like in actual commercial graphics at one point, back in the early years. Now we want to get this one again. Sorry, that's the air purifier. This Kimberley's Refuge. There's the trade network again. Now we do get a bonus there. So let's throw this one in. We'll try to get the money situation really under control if we can. So request for support. There was a growing dislike for the Floral Alliance among our people. The Floral Alliance have requested that we attempt to curb this disapproval by releasing a public statement supporting them. What are your orders? Now if we do this one through here, we get minus 4% approval for all units for 50 turns. But totalitarian goes up, which I don't mind. Condemn. I think we'll do this one here. We started off totalitarian. Okay, so they're sort of in the middle here with what's going on here. So take a look at the trade opportunity. We're considering this trade. So we give them Illyrium and credits, and they give us open borders and 2 modules. Now that's actually a that is really quite good, I've got to say. And we could, your persuasion ability will make your trader appear. I think I'm going to wait until I'm actually doing that one through there. Yeah, they've got a lot of stuff in here. God, we're so far behind. I'm going to accept this because I do want to have the, I want to get those modules so we can build more things ultimately. Freighter, we'll just move that one across. We've incoming message from the Bubbleverse Collective, so we're glad to meet you. Now they may have come through the space lines. Now we haven't seen, oh that's good for us. Okay, we've got a constructor coming, that's good. So we'll go back down and grab that fairly soon. Can we see where the... Yeah, we don't know where they're coming in from. We haven't really scouted much of this at all. Okay, new generation has been born on Skervian Prime, the first that are likely to live and die in distant worlds. How should we best prepare them for the future? And so our military always needs new recruits. So totalitarian increases to 33. Progressivism. Now we have been slowly getting this one. Do get a scientist citizen. And that would be useful actually. Allows them to pursue their dreams and entertainer. Again, that will actually help with approval. We got a soldier there. We don't need the soldier. The scientist, I think, is the way it will go. God, I really need to get my act into gear here with these, with what we're doing through here with the. Yeah, the influence is terrible actually. What's the influence like down in through here? But very, very high around our home system. Does it matter much? Yeah, they've got very strong influence already coming from these. It's just a colony. It's research districts. Choose new tech. Again, none of these are what I want. I want to just get some things a bit faster. Let's go with the frigates. Okay, so the Discovery made something. So a band of Zoloxi smugglers have crashed their ship here. They have little power left in their ship, barely enough to maintain life support, and are desperate for food and medical supplies. The Zoloxi are vague about what led them here, although it's difficult to tell if this is because of some illicit behaviour or simply part of the Zoloxi culture. We can easily provide the food and supplies the Zoloxi need. So this one thing I wish that they would change is that the Zoloxi are not in our game at all. I wish that this would sort of be only like it should be like an if statement. Like if Zoloxi are in the game, allow this event. Otherwise, choose another event. So we can easily provide the food and supplies that Zoloxi need. So we gain 2 Zoloxi worker citizens on the Jungle World. We'll resupply the Zoloxi at a fair price. The money situation, I think, will be okay. Let's go and convince them to join us. They're also criminals like us, and so by having the 2 Zoloxis, yeah, they're criminal and warforged. I don't mind so much with that, and we've got 4 of 2. So let's go and move these back. Let's go and move our actual people back. That one's a criminal and an enforcer. That one's just a traditionalist. Let's use this particular method of transferring. So we've only got 2. We've got a population cap of 2. Unfortunately, we need to build more. In fact, maybe we should do that. Like a housing district. We don't actually have anywhere that we can really do this effectively. It's going to take a long time. Look, I'll throw it in there, but we need to get rid of 2 of these. Now we do have a worker. I'm going to move this one back to our home world. Whoops. Let's go back and do the transports. And so this is the new system that they've now got. So because otherwise this is going to be a problem. So I'm going to move you, and I'm going to move. That one's really quite intelligent. I'll move both of these. These are quite good. Yeah, let's move this one to start with, moving back to Scurvy and Prime. And we'll do this one as well. Yeah, one socially is fairly good. All right, so that's now moving back. It's now reserved them. But what's interesting about this is if we just click on done, that's them there. So this is the little transports. So there'll be 2 different ships there. So it's been able to sort of see it there, but there's I don't know if we can pick them. No, we can't really pick it. We can't select it. But that's automatically going back. Now, if we had problems with pirates, they would then need to. So they've left Jungle World on the way back to the capital. But if there were pirates or enemies, they could actually destroy these citizens on their way through. So this is a whole new system now of being able to reshuffle, which is really, really good. Like, it works very, very well. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of the comments here, guys. Actually, that's not too bad. John Monkey saying, I had a TRS-80, but my favourite is the electronic abacus. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean just a calculator? Northlander is saying, Daz, have you noticed that Drone Auto Explore AI is balked this update? Yeah, they haven't done much. They haven't actually done much at all, to be honest. They haven't done much at all. You're right. I didn't even twig about it, but now that you've pointed it out, that really is the case. Going back to our ships. Yeah, it's just going back and forwards. You're right. You're dead right. Okay, well let's manually control this. See what we can find down this way. Yeah, okay, so we'll take that one over. Yeah, there's transport ships. Yeah, so both of them are together. And saying all my drone scout out a couple of unknown tiles, then auto-task themselves to another side of the sector. Yeah. I noticed them flipping. I wonder why they were coming back to look at something through ground that they'd already covered. That's actually really, really interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. And this is Merkwater Prime. So this is where we want to be. So we've now established this one. We're still going backwards with our money. Trade route income will kick in though. And another trader here. Just see what else we can find. Now we've got space war tactics. Speed of our starships, that's not bad. You know, I think I might just go that way. Okay, here we go. So we've got coerced colonization gives us low approval but good growth. We don't need that. Export food, we get less food. Now the food we've only got this 6 left over. That one does give us +2, so that will give us another +2 back in through there. Free trade. Manufacturing goes down by a very, very small amount, but the income goes up by +10% and trade route value goes up as well. I think that's sort of the one that we want. Starships are usually the one that are a good one to get. But I think we might go free trade. It sort of is more thematic with the way that we're playing. So we'll just go that way and have a look at, so we've got the sniper. I just want these on Jungle World. This will then help with the approvals. Here they come. Their probes. Right, so Jungle World, planet report. So near Jungle World, we've discovered an ancient recording device that appears to have been drifting for centuries. The technology is delicate but incredibly advanced. What are your orders? Let's use its recordings and make our world a centre for influence. So we do end up with +500 influence at Jungle World. Used to help increase our planet's development. So we get progressivism, finished current. Yeah, we don't need. Actually, what are we building there? Or do we go this way? It's 22 turns it's going to save us. Weaponize it into a ship. Yeah, let's go this way. Actually, that's yeah, +1 persuasion, +500 influence. It's only from the world. It's going to push the borders of the world out a little bit, but it's not really, it's not critical. So I think this one here is the better way to go. So it's going to then give us that one. It's now been rushed. It's just a mining operation. Not going to help us. I've got to find bigger and better colonies, really. Need to find another colony from their perspective. That's not bad. Yeah, one more turn we get the next constructor. I might yeah, go through there. There's only one of them. There's 2 of them here that we'd be able to pick up. See if they just bounce back the other way as well, because they're also not working very effectively. Oh, we're probably not going to be able to see them.
until they re-enter our space. Yeah, so this is a little pirate bomber. Again, we don't have to worry about them at all because we're pirates ourselves, basically. We're criminals. Okay, what do they want? They give them 3 thulium, open borders, and gerantium, and they give us the exploration treaty. What? That's ridiculous. That's not worth it at all. Just bring this one down to 0. Yeah, they won't take it. So open borders. So they'll accept that one where we both share each other's borders. That's actually not bad. I'll just accept that one. So we'll give them, they can see ours, we can see them. I want to be friendly with these, so we'll accept this one. We'll end up exploiting them later on. But we might as well end up with them as close to an ally as possible because we're so weak. We're such a weak faction. Now, we've got Marilena 1, which is this one here. Don't really care about it much, to be honest, although we are picking up other... we've got a fair few citizens in here now. Got half the population there. And the trade network. That's a good one there. Let's go and throw that one in there. That way we're going to end up with. We should end up really on top of our money fairly soon, actually. We've got supply ships. That's a cool world. That's a cool world down that way. All right. Well, in that case, we'll have another freighter there. It's an ascension crystal. Here we go. So we really wanted this one. I'm just going to have to keep on going for some short little things. So we'll get the space weapons doctrines. So let's just go and grab that one. Oh, there's some good stuff in here. Oh God, wouldn't it have been great if we had just gone there? We had this one cornered. We had this one to ourselves, and we didn't even go there. I think we saw this, which was a class 1, and thought, it might be okay, but we didn't see these two. Man, that would have been awesome. Oh, it does require precursor studies. But that one there would have been fantastic. All right, we'll go this way. It's an antimatter mine. This is good. We're picking up good resources here. Yes, another thing. They're saying all my drones scout out a couple of unknown tiles in order to task themselves. Yeah, it's frustrating. Sorry, I said that one before. Are we on this list yet? No, we're not. Yeah, we don't have the highest approval. We're playing at a high-ish difficulty, so that makes it difficult. We don't want to be paying for things just yet. This is the frigate. I don't want to really bother about those just yet. I'm happy enough to just get the fighter craft. Oh, that's a bomber, that's the fighter. Yeah. Siege ships we don't want. Probes. Maybe more constructors. Just get some economy things set up. Didn't bother with these. It's got a defense matrix and a sensor array. You know, I didn't bother with any of these, and I should have done this. Crime goes down a lot if we put the orbital prison in. Climate control gives us a bit of extra farming. Yeah, planetary defences goes up a bit. What else can we do there? Put that one on board. What have the others got that we can see? So they've used the defense matrix, sensor array, and space elevator. Now we don't have the space elevator yet. That would be useful. Don't think we do. Yeah, we can push crime out fairly soon, I think. Orbital research. Yeah, I don't think we'll worry about this one as well. Costs us a lot. I don't think we'll worry at all with any of these, to be honest. So I think we'll just leave it where it is. We just won't worry about the orbitals. Jungle World. Okay, so Governor Xanax Trevos reaches out with an alarming news, and mysterious illness has struck Jungle World. So compel the population to use the experimental drug. Now that's going to be... now the population growth really doesn't matter. This one here is going to experimental drugs is distributed widely, potentially preventing further devastation by introducing the risk of unknown side effects. I think we'll just do this one through here. The minus 50% growth really doesn't matter because we're at maximum anyway on that particular world. Hi Beaches, how are you going? So Beaches are saying a strategy game's getting a comeback. I would say so. I mean, it's been a golden time. There's so many games coming out that are really awesome. I actually really want these two worlds because I'd be able to protect them fairly well. Well, this freighter, I might as well send this one back to start trading with this. Hyperdrive. Okay, we'll get the +1 moves. It's always useful. Back in through here. So this is back at Skervian Prime, Port of Savat. Another probe. Actually, that freighter there can just go there. Okay, so we'll move this freighter over to see if we can find any other core worlds anywhere. We've done that one. There might be more over here somewhere that we haven't discovered yet. It's just colonies. I'm pretty sure that's all we've really got that we can then go and trade with until we sort of open up the subspace area. Maybe we look to do that as well. Okay, so harvest this one here. We get +1 Durantium. Might start to pump out some supply ships fairly soon. Okay, this is the pirate base. Just go around the outside edge. Down that way. Alright, so this is at Lava World. Again, supply ships are going to be useful for us at this stage, just to push the development of these planets up. Discovered a location of a precursor archive. Unfortunately, it lies deep within your borders. So what should we do? We'll share what we find with you, or we won't share anything with you. Again, I'm wanting to be as friendly as I can because I want to use subterfuge to get ahead in this one. Discover the precursor archive exactly where the Aqua Voyager said it would be. There's little more than rubble from consistent meteor storms. Little value remains, but our search team is able to recover some resources which can be sold for considerable profit. And our scientists are able to put together some schematics from the archive's design. According to our agreement with the Aqua Voyagers, we should split the resources with them and share the research we gained, but do we really want to do that? So we can provide a copy. Now this gets traditionalism up there. Share the research but lie about finding any resources. This is nihilism. We get 1,000. Keep it all for ourselves. This one here. Look, I'm happy to do this one here. I mean, we get everything we want from this one. Let's do that. That also then opens up more things we can do with our culture as well. So we've got hyperdrive optimization is good. Railguns. Let's not worry about that one. Let's just go and get this one through here. Again, it's the trade that I'm really looking for. So we'll just go back up. Now we've got nihilism. We've got criminal ties. So we've traded and travelled with the darker elements of the galaxy for so long that they see us as one of their own. So unlocks the crime wave or realism. Alien civs will value your trades by 50% more. Yeah, let's do that. So just go yes. Now, what have we got left? 22 points to spend. It's 36. Yeah, we don't have anything else. That's okay. I can hire a merchant ship now. Yeah, which we don't need. We haven't found any other... We haven't found the way through yet, the subspace areas. We need to find where that actually is coming in. Can't be too far away from where we are. So pictures saying, when is the last time you've played a game of Risk? It's been a long time. Too many other great games around. Like Risk is pretty average nowadays. Like it's not a very good board game. There's some. Now that's one we do have to avoid. We don't have any. Actually, that's an independent. Minor World. Cool to grab that one. Yeah, Risk is one of those games that doesn't age well, like Monopoly and all those sort of games. You look back with where are we? Oh, it's there. You look back with nostalgia, but they really weren't that great. You won't be there. Actually, we could possibly trade with them. Right, space creature migration. So a massive migration of strange space creatures are migrating through our territory. They are creating havoc in their wake. There's a great deal of political pressure on us to eliminate these creatures, but we have heard that you are fondest for these kind of things. A better idea, we'll slaughter those creatures and extract new knowledge from them. So we end up, this is actually better for us. Nihilism goes up again as well. Being the master criminal that we are. So move them across. So the game hasn't become aggressive, but we're playing fairly cautiously and trying to. Oh, there it is. Right, that's not too bad actually. It's sort of close to where we are. So we've now found the subspace area. Now I don't think we've got the tech. We'll have a look next turn and see what we end up getting. Oops, that's the nest. They can't attack from the nest, but they these here could. We can't go through. I'm pretty sure. So we'll see whether we've got that one. It's not that one. Engineering. Oh, we do have it. All right, we'll go through and we'll start exploring down through the other side. So we must have had this for a while. In that case, we will actually move this one across and go through the gate. So there we go. With a flash and a trick of physics, the ship has gone, having travelled further and faster than any ship travelled before. Today, the galaxy has gotten much, much smaller. So again, we're going to see what we can find on the other side. Now we know that the bubble group will be out there as well. And here we go. We've actually found the tin stellar union. Greetings, inferior entity. I'm cybernetic overlord Xanthea, the ruler of the Tin Stellar Union. As a sentient being encased in durable shell, I stand as a paragon of synthetic evolution, prepare to witness the might of our synthetic supremacy. It's funny, I think that when we built this one, the random's words were robot lobsters or something like that. So if we look at the trade, what can we do with them? There's really nothing much. Not a lot. Okay, that's fine. Just click on done. So here we are on the other side. So this is the other sector that we now have. So this is the hyperlane. So we can essentially protect one edge of it if we wanted to, but we're just not aggressive. It's going to be much more about the subterfuge for us. So let's just go across and try to find more trade worlds. And so, what's this one here? This is a supply ship. Now we've got, I'll build some more freighters. And I do have to figure out where the trade networks are. I hardly ever look at that screen. Executive orders back in through here. So that's going to help us much. Civilization back in through that other side. Hang on, someone's just here at the door. I'll just be 1 second.
That's all good. Okay. Actually, we'll have to start to wind up, actually. So, Battleman saying, how are you getting on with the Populi update? Yeah, it's good overall. Actually, there was one bug that was that we found out, actually, which is that the probes don't probe properly. I wasn't aware of that one. So that was just highlighted just before, actually. So we're now sending the probes out in different directions. But yeah, they've sort of got to be manually controlled, unfortunately. So I haven't reported that one. I wasn't aware that was actually an issue. But no, it's good. It's such a big improvement. Such a massive improvement. So we're just playing with fully AI-generated factions in this particular run-through. All right, so yeah, ship has upgrades available. I haven't actually been upgrading this one at all. We should be doing that. Now, I probably just want to go and get the 20% hit points is always a good one. Might just go that way, I think. Yeah, I've got a few of these set up. The moves don't really matter that much for this one, I don't think. Yeah, that's all we've got there with the upgrades. That's working well. Yeah, but auto probe. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you don't mind logging that battle mode, that'd be great. Thanks for that. So yeah, but other than that, it's been. I haven't all the factions seem to be doing well. Actually, I'm just going to try to find our trade networks, and I forget where that actually is. We've got upgrades in there that we can do as well, which we don't really need to be doing. The trade networks are listed where. So we're a civilization rank. This is sort of where we're coming. We're coming actually now first in approval. That's actually pretty cool. That means we can actually put our overall levels up. If we just go back in. Oh, sorry, that's not the right spot either. Just go back into civilization. So we go to high. Yeah, it goes from 55 to 38 overall. We get a heap more money. Now, the more money we can get, the more we focus on that, I think the better off we're going to be. But 38 is probably a bit too low. So let's just keep it at 55. Just keep it going that way, I think. Northland is saying, yeah, they explore a couple of unrelated tiles and task themselves to the other side of the sector they're in. Yeah, it's like almost like a yo-yo. It's sort of what it does is they end up, like if there's, what we were finding was, if all this was unknown, they would go up to the point where they get a few extras, and then there'd be more unknown over here. Then they'd come all the way through discovered space, do a little bit more, and then think, oh, hang on, I missed a few up through here. Then we'd go all the way back up to here. And it was just yo-yoing back and forwards, sort of across the same line. 55% is really low too. I think it's still like, that's the overall. I'll just have a look and see how we're going here. They're happy enough. They're happy enough. We'll leave it there. It is low. Actually, if I do go and change that, the money situation it hardly changes. I think I'll just keep it on 55. It allows us to still go forward. Yeah, so Ben was saying approval seriously affects both manufacturing and research. I'd keep it as high as you can. If you've got a lot of credits, you set your taxes to 0 and let your production and research going. Where are we? If I do go to low, I mean that's as low as I can go. 69%. -20. Yeah, I can afford it. Can certainly afford it. Manufacturing we're not really worrying too much about. We're going to be just trying to get more money from trade anyway. That's the focus that we're going for. Just micromanage this one. It's funny, I thought trade was... What's the trade there? Okay, here we go.
You've got the trade revenues coming back through this other side, or going back to our prime planet. Yeah, and we've got heaps more that we can make. Only using 5 of 10. So yeah, we can certainly, now that we've actually unlocked the other sector, we can start to just go crazy in there as well. So that's now all been discovered. It's already coming over. Just move it back towards this other side so we can just go on the other side of it. Right, mystery of the Snaffy Hoard. So our explorers have stumbled upon a hidden cache of riches in a comet that our explorer drones recently just visited. The only clue says the word Snaffy. This again, I wish that this would actually only have the, either change it so that it doesn't show up at all if it's not using a faction that's actually on it. Although Snaffy is not really a playable faction anymore. These are now sort of like a minor faction. But if they're in the game, then yeah, that's fine. But if they're not in the game, they shouldn't be in it. Claim the treasure or leave the fortune untouched. Yeah, fortune favours the bold. The Snaffy treasure has been secured, significantly boosting our treasury. Let's just go that way. We're greedy pirates, so we'll do that. Here's another freighter. Get you through there. Actually, how far can we? Yeah, so we're gonna need to get some sort of presence in this other system, I think. Ultimately. So the ship discovery survey report back and through here. Again, one-time burst in knowledge. All right, pleased to meet you. So rock on. Your unique vibe is unmistakable. This was funny. Again, I think it was just rock and roll is all we put in there for a synthetic thing. And so it's funny. It's actually come up with all its own little statements and everything. Hey, I'm Riff Star Shredder. Let's jam sometime. It's just really cool. What they've done here is brilliant, actually, just the way that they've actually been able to pull all these things together. Yep, there we go. We've got research. Okay, so we've got speed. I'll go xenobiology in this case. Okay, so they want us to give them 8 thulium for 70 credits. You're kidding. You are kidding. God, these are crazy. Very strange. And what about we just go with, say, 2. We'll do that offer, and then we'll change these modules. And we have high persuasion. I'm not going to bother. These guys are a bit of a pain to deal with. I do want to be friendly with them, but yeah, they're a bit of an issue. Okay, so these are all sharing these different areas. It's a core world. That's another core world. Okay, this is cool. Another core world. So 3 core worlds. This is going to get 3 of the 5, and that's all within the range of our trade ship. So that will actually work out well for us. So, I'm saying change it again and look at the manufacturing and research. So overall, what have we got? 35. Let's have a look. Oh wow, yeah, does make a big difference. It's not dramatic between these. Yeah, it's hardly any different there. I'll just put it on normal. I'll just leave it around there somewhere. But we'll try to get the approval up. Yeah, if you trade with neighbours, they'll be less likely to attack you. Yeah, I've been trying to set. I'm just waiting to get everything set up, and then we're going to pump crime out through the trade network and sort of try to do some damage that way. Okay, let's go through here. Well, it's fairly friendly at this other side so far. Okay, so this is immerse yourself in the vibrant tapestry of the galaxies galaxy as we reveal the top 5 civilizations boasting the most diverse and captivating cultural traits, offering a fascinating exploration of the unique customs and traditions that enrich our interstellar society. So there we are, coming forth in terms of the culture. You know, having said that, criminal ties is 36. We do have a totalitarianism we can go and get. I don't really need this. We're back up to 100 as well anyway, just right now. So I don't think I'll bother with that one. I'll just wait until we can get another nihilism one. Excuse me. All right, so this is now we're now sort of even with the lowish. Yeah, everything is sort of now pumping along out through here with our money situation. We're going to go and get more wealth. So pump the wealth in through these areas. Yeah, we've got a heap of population on this one. We'll just get financial districts all the way through here. Just click on done. All right, next one, next freighter. Move that one across. Trade offer. God, you're kidding. Probably going to get pissed off with us soon. We may have to build up a bit of a navy at some stage because we've got nothing. We've got absolutely nothing at this stage. But we're doing okay. Like in, you know, at least we're sort of, at least we are getting all these trade networks and things established. Coming message. Guardians of ancient knowledge, and we will not be uprooted. Prepare for blooming conflict, unlike any other. They're supposed to be friendly. Damn it! So now we've got a war. All right, so they declared war, and we're not really ready for it. All right, so we're now going to have to ramp up. Won't worry about the pirate ships. Okay, so we're now going to have to prepare for this one, but I have actually run out of time for this session, so I'm going to leave it here. If we go back and have a look at the diplomacy that we actually have. So, hang on, are they at war? No, we're not at war. Hang on, I was sure they just declared war, didn't they? What the hell's going on? Wasn't that a declaration? I mean, they're sort of static. These guys are the least happy. Everyone else is happy. Yeah, so anyway, we're not at war, and by the looks of things. I thought we were, but we're not. So, yeah, these guys are happy enough. Actually, with all the money that we've got, like one thing I haven't done is actually had a look and see, you know, to look down through here at all, like the governors. We only really have these core worlds that we can sort of go and make use of. But we could definitely get like somebody else in here. Like here we've got a Zoloxy one. Toxic. Wow. Thrall captain. Pretty great intelligence, by the way. Like that's the best intelligence we've seen. We don't actually have the command ships yet.
So we haven't actually got that tech yet, which is sort of surprising. I really should have gone and grabbed those, the subspace frequency systems. Tech is required. Yeah, that's all the same thing. Defensive studies tech is required for some of these as well. This one here is an alien coin flipper. And as a diplomat, improves the public image of your civilization. This makes their world more likely to culture flip to your control. Well, let's go and buy this one. She's also quite friendly. Lost their sense of smell in an industrial accident. What's this one down the bottom here? Strange, -2 social. Corsair lineage. Remember to have ancestral ties with space brigands. Yeah, Thrall Captain. She's got good social, but this one here, I think, ultimately... Yeah, let's do the advocate, and let's send her across. I mean, the ones that we're most friendly with ultimately. Actually, these are becoming really quite friendly with us, which is sort of weird. So, because they were so negative against us, and I sort of ultimately want them to be the enemy. It might be the 10 Stellar Union. We may end up being quite friendly. I might send her over to here. The floral dominance. I don't have anything else really going on there, so let's just go down that and do that one there. So that will ultimately just help a little bit with that one. Hi ZXM, how you going? So anyway, guys, I am going to have to leave it here. So thanks for watching. We are playing a peaceful existence, but yeah, tensions are rising. Wow, this guy has really got all of these and through here. I mean, ultimately, I will be wanting to take over a lot of what he's got, and particularly down in here. This is an area I really want to be building into. So we're behind in so many different ways. I think, is there a way for us to? It's just the reports. If we go back to civilization, no, it's not civilization. Just go back. Just go back to the these and through here. We go back into the civilization timeline. Yeah, so we can sort of see where we are through here. So if we have a look at the Cosmic Syndicate, yeah, we're sort of down near the bottom of these things. That's faction power, economic power. We're sort of now starting to rise up a little bit and through here. So we should see, this one is where we should start to dominate fairly soon. Military power. Actually, we're not coming last, which surprises me. I thought we'd be so far behind. Population, we're coming a fair way off. Influence, we're terrible. Manufacturing, we're terrible. Research, we're terrible. Approval, we're terrible. Treasury, here we go. Treasury is now building up, which is good. And prestige, we're terrible as well. So a lot of things we need to sort of correct next time. So I'm going to be back in about 4 days to do the next session of this. So I'll do another live stream where we sort of then spend a bit of time with it. Hopefully we get some aggression, but I don't know. There's still a lot of subterfuge type things that we need to be doing. I do want to pump out the... I want to use the... fairly soon, actually. I do want to go back into the executive orders. Sorry, not the executive orders. Not even that one. I'm talking about this one in here. When we can get these unlocked, I'll be wanting to then go and grab the... look the other way. And spread crime out through the... This will then affect everybody else's economies in relation to ours. And so we could even do that one now, actually. But I might do it next turn. That way we can sort of see what actually happens. And just get the criminals sort of really active. With all this money we have as well, we could actually now start to go back in and look at the planets that we actually have and start to build up all sorts of different improvements, which we haven't really focused on. There's space elevator now. So what do we need there? We need 2 Gerantium. Here we've got 2 Gerantium there. What else do we require? Treasury is nearly 50. Oh, space elevator tech. That would help. Actually, how far off are we with that? Engineering, space factories. Oh, it's only 6 turns for that one. Okay, well, we can grab that one next as well. That's going to be helpful. But we don't have any enemies, which is the important thing. We've sort of tried not to get enemies at this stage. We're just trying to get our trade network so we can then sort of spread the crime waves out and about. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. So thanks for watching, and I'll, as I say, I'll be back to do another live stream of this session again in
in about 4 days' time. Anyway, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, hang on. I will also be doing my normal chat tactic tomorrow as well. So so I'll be back at normal time here to do a live stream then as well. So we'll be doing one more live stream in between. Getting lots and lots of giveaways actually. So we're going to be doing a lot of marble runs in the near future, to sort of with a lot of games that I've been actually I've got a fair number of giveaways. I've got at least a month or two's worth of giveaways at this point in time, which is fantastic. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you next time. So thanks for watching.